is like 50-50. It's so crazy. And I started baking terrible. I spent 6 months at it. He got off the couch one day and he was like, I'll try. And ever since then, this is his.
That's awesome. It's great to have that.
Yeah, and he loves it. He loves making donuts. That's his new thing.
I mean, I just absolutely love the creation and the science behind it. And when you put those two together, I mean, somebody gave me the ability to create magic, and it shows.
And share it with the world, right?
Come from a place of absolute love.
See, right now we're thinking that we just need to bring our husbands in here so that you can kind of give them some pointers on this cooking thing.
Absolutely, and then yeah, it's.
I mean, she's the brains behind the entire operation.
So, what brought you to Bryson?
Colder weather.
Really?
Being in Florida for 30 years
Florida.
And living that oven life where you wake up at 6:30 in the morning, and you go outside, and you just.
We came up here one time and fell in love with it. We were like, my God, we should live up here.
And we decided to come up in January because we really like cold weather.
Yeah, so we were here in the cold
And we stayed
all the
down
time.
in a cabin in West Heat Creek.
Yeah.
And it just the energy here, nature has such a way of energizing you.
Then we brought our RV and kept it here. Then we bought a fifth wheel and said we were going to live in it. Then we got a house and got this place, and we were like,
and the house was funny because on a Wednesday night, we had no plans of literally moving here. It was just the idea of moving here and living in the fifth wheel and doing this, which would have been great. But when a house comes available, it's brand new. And she actually, being the brains, she called up the landlord and said, hey, what are you doing with those 3 houses on 19? You know those 3 houses. Those on Martinsville, the old right across from Williams. And he goes, I don't know, what do you want to do? Can we rent one? He said, I'll call you back. 2 hours later, he calls and says, it's open. She said, when's it's open? He goes, tomorrow. She hugs up and goes, we're moving on Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
So we moved on Sunday.
That's awesome. So
now,
you're sporadic.
Not to be identified with it, but this is right after my chemo and cancer, and I beat cancer.
No way.
Yeah. So I was still in the fog, and I'm driving trucks and doing all this. So it was an amazing journey to come off of that terrible treatment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to be able to create, and I never baked one thing in my life.
And the reason we chose bakery is, we wanted something that I always wanted a coffee shop, but we were going to bring something else because there were already a coffee shop. So we decided on baking and doing cupcakes, and my daughter loved baking, and that was kind of like, combining the two, and I lost my daughter a few years ago. So we both been through a lot. We both were tired of Florida, tired of hurricanes, and, we put the bug in our ear of what we wanted to do, and everything fell in place. It was just incredible.
We're small town folks. We like to be a part of a community.
Yep.
And we like to give back.
Yep.
And this is a perfect opportunity for all of that to come together.
Absolutely.
And the energy in this city is just a little Hallmark town. And literally, we're living a Hallmark life.
Absolutely. So this is my office.
Yay!
I have a big office at home, but this is where I live. This is where the magic behind the scenes happens, and
this is my office. This is where the magic is made.
Yay!
Yeah. Here's my donut.
Yes.
And she's gonna try it, and we'll look at her face.
All right, there's sugar right here.
Yeah.
Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be down here about every day.
15-hour days, and it's fun all the way to the last minute that we're dragging each other out the door.
Singing and dancing the whole time, and that's so special. It's just so special to be able to be in a place that has really good energy, and to give that energy to the guests that come into the stores.
And with both our creativities and drive, this is what brings the good stuff to everybody.
Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I looked on TripAdvisor. All your reviews are like almost 5 stars.
I know I got 1 4-star review. I don't know.
Yeah, too sugary maybe, but hey, that's what everybody loves. So
There's always the critics.
that's amazing. And then, so you've been here for a year? When did you open?
That day I told you about was
We lived in Bryson City for a year.
For a year before you
And
opened.
this has been open since July 5th.
July 5th. And how's
before
business
that, we were
been?
coming up every 2 weeks because we were lucky enough to own physical therapy clinics in Fort Myers and
Wow.
Coral.
Wow.
And so before that, we were respectively in medical field. I'm a nuclear medicine technologist, and she's an RN. So we worked and did our careers, and then we got married and wanted to be together. And so we bought into physical therapy clinics and helped people in that way. And
That was
then,
awesome.
and then when cancer hit, and you have to go through that, priorities change,
Absolutely.
and things change, and you don't want to battle for every dollar that you're making dollars.
Yeah.
All of our employees made all the bucks, but the priorities changed, and it changed into more of a low-key and peaceful
Yeah.
life.
We love the peaceful life here. It's wonderful. This
Well, we
town
can
is
taste
wonderful.
the love that you have for life in your food.
Absolutely.
So
That's
it's
right.
amazing.
So for 30 years, I was training myself to come in here and run a kitchen
Right.
That's great.
Without even knowing it.
without even knowing it.
That's awesome. That's
So,
amazing.
It's really fun.
So how
So
many
I say to anybody that has a little bit of a spark, a little bit of a dream, follow that dream, follow that spark, because if you do what you love, it is not work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
And how many employees do you have?
5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
We have an amazing team.
We do. Our
They're
team is
a
phenomenal.
Wonderful team.
That's
Yep.
awesome.